Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean. Just wanted to get back at it and welcome everyone into 2018. I don't think I've put out much content the first couple weeks. It's been a hectic couple weeks with everything going on in my life and at work and the winter storms and everything else. We closed for a couple days. Everything's back square, at work and at home, and I wanted to get back out and put some content out for people. So today what I want to talk about is a very important, it's not really a step in the process, it's more of a tip or a habit that you want to implement, is taking ourselves seriously. You have to kind of not necessarily demand, but you have to earn the respect of your customers. They come in very one-sided. They come in, they don't understand that they're one of 40, 50, 60 people today that are going to come in with the same problem, with the same light or the same flat tire or whatever it is. And we need to put them in a realistic space, but without pissing them off. Too many people are just like, oh, well, can't do it today, tough shit. Or you have to be in at 10 o'clock, that's all I got for you, tough shit. You can't go that far, but you really need to put the effort into, without just putting up that wall of this is what we do, this is when we do it, and this is what you have to do business with us. Let down that wall and play on their terms, but along the way, you have to explain to them the how, what, where, when, and why. You've got to let them know, hey, listen, I've got you down for a 10 o'clock drop-off. If you use that term instead of a 10 o'clock appointment, you're going to do two things. Really one thing. You're going to change the expectation. Because right now, you're telling them they got a 10 o'clock appointment. They're expecting, just like a doctor's office, just like a dentist's office, if you have a 10 o'clock appointment, you're in the chair getting worked on at 10 o'clock. Whereas we have a little different schedule. We don't really know how long each visit's going to take. 10 o'clock is their appointment with you, and you need to make that clear. You need to let them know that it's a completely different ball game once the car goes in the shop, that they may get tied up on an earlier car, they may get tied up on work held over from yesterday, and that 10 o'clock spot or 8 o'clock spot or whatever it is really just their time to come in and give you all of the information as far as what's going on and to pick up their loaner or to get their shuttle or what have you. Make them aware that this is just a drop-off time, and that you'll be getting to it as soon as possible. And then try to give them a realistic time frame, window of when you're actually going to look at it. And above all, you need to commit to a callback time. If it is a 10 o'clock drop-off and, we'll get in the shop as soon as possible, it probably won't be until 1 o'clock, but I will call you no later than 2 no matter what, and then deliver on that, you're going to keep things going. If you tell them it's a 10 o'clock appointment and that's it, well, at 1 o'clock, they're going to be calling you wondering what's going on. If all you've said is, 10 o'clock appointment, they come in and drop off, you don't mention anything, they leave, they're assuming someone's working on it. And so then 2-3 hours later, well, what's going on? And then you're going to, that's when you backpedal and, we haven't looked at it yet, we've been backed up. Now it all just feels like excuses, now it all just feels like horse shit, basically. That's why you have to set that expectation. You have to take yourself seriously. You have to draw that line with the customer and explain to them that, we can only do so much at one time. We only have so many technicians, without going into a whole bunch of detail about our business model. We are setting up a time for you to drop off. I'll get all the information from you. We'll arrange your transportation at that time, and then we'll get it into the shop later on today as soon as a technician is available. The key thing to this is to set a callback time and deliver. I always use 10, 2, and 4. It's the best way to go. You call them hell or high water. It's better to call them at 2 o'clock. Tell them I'll call you at 2. Then you call them at 1:45. Hey, listen, I don't have anything for you yet. It's next in line. We're running a little behind. That conversation is going to be a lot easier to take for the customer if they've already expected that. If that level was set at appointment and when they dropped off, it's going to be a normal conversation to them. You just have to try to avoid setting blank appointments, letting them think whatever they want to think, and then trying to correct that idea later. It's going to fail every time. That's all I got. Make sure the whole time that you're doing this, you're standing up and smiling. It's going to come through. Please, 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 please get up from the desk. Even if you're on the phone, stand and smile. It will come through, and that message will be delivered so much easier than if you're just sitting down behind a desk. At that point, all you really are is a receptionist, and they will never take you seriously. That's all I got today. Keep hustling.